Hi friends, my name is Hadassah Treu. I am an award-winning Christian blogger, author and poet. Today I want to share with you a short video on the topic how can we wait upon the Lord and what does it mean actually to wait upon the Lord. This is a question I ask myself many times, especially when I find myself in season of spiritual, emotional and physical awareness and exhaustion. For example, I ask this question very often to myself when I experienced the greatest loss in my life. So I needed to make a major transition from living a life of a happily married wife to a widow, and transitioning from living in the beautiful country in Austria to my homeland Bulgaria. And in this very difficult and exhausting time in my life, the Lord kept speaking to me with this wonderful verse in Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. This verse promises a renewal of the strength to all those who wait upon the Lord. And this is what I needed then, and I need actually every day. So what does it mean to wait upon the Lord? The Hebrew word for wait upon, and in the New translation it is actually hoping, means literally to bind up with. So this means that we make a deliberate choice to bind ourselves up with the Lord, to fasten ourselves to the Lord, and make Him our greatest source of strength and all our blessings. We put our hold on the Lord and don't let Him go until we receive His provision, answer, strength and everything we need. Waiting upon the Lord also means fixing our gaze upon Him and focusing on His internal and invisible qualities, on His love and on His character. This is an act of faith and trust. This is an attitude of expectancy that the Lord will surely show off in our lives and we will experience His care and provision. Waiting upon the Lord is also a kind of testing. This testing stretches our faith and helps us live focused on the invisible internal realm. Testing our faith is very good and beneficial because it leads to testimony. We learn to know from experience what does it mean to depend on God and to experience His strength and help in our everyday lives. We experience what it means to live by His strength, and despite threatening circumstances, that we can still stand and not fall. Testimony in its turn adds flesh and bones to our faith. It strengthens us and makes us more passionate in our faith life. Testimony also is a powerful tool to help us spread the aroma of Christ and the knowing of Him. It makes us effective witnesses. Learning to wait upon the Lord and for the renewal of our strength is actually one of the greatest testimonies we can give to the world. Waiting upon the Lord also prepares us to receive blessings from the Lord. In our focus verse, we can find out 3 particular blessings that the Lord bestows on us while we are waiting upon Him. Excuse me. In the first place, the first blessing is the renewed strength. This is a spiritual strength, the strength to endure, to carry on, to stand. God's strength is the antidote of all our weariness and exhaustion. It breathes new life and passion and desire. God's strength is the vehicle carrying us through the earthly troubles and sorrows. Another blessing God wants to bestow on us is victory in every situation. God's word uses this wonderful and powerful image of an eagle mounting up with wings to convey to us this supernatural ability to live a transcendent life and to soar above every circumstance, problem and pain. The third blessing described in our focus verse is endurance. It is the ability to run the race of life and not faint, and not stop and not give up. To walk and not faint. Endurance is a quality highly valued by God. It is one of the main characteristics of the saints of God, especially in the last days. So listen to what this verse, for example, in Revelation says. This calls for the patient endurance on the part of the people of God who keep His commands and remain faithful to Jesus. Revelation 14:12. We need to know that it is extremely rewarding to wait upon the Lord. In the process, He not only strengthens our faith, but He also bestows blessing upon blessing on us. The greatest blessing of all is, of course, knowing Him and His love more and more. It is good also to remember that God can do much, much more than we can imagine and expect while we are waiting upon Him, as this verse in Ephesians 3:20 says, "Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us." So let me summarize short about what does it mean to wait upon the Lord at the end. So the most important to know is waiting upon the Lord is to bind up with Him, to fasten ourselves to Him, to put our hold on Him and don't let Him go. Also, we need to have in mind that waiting upon the Lord is kind of testing which leads to testimony. On the third place, waiting upon the Lord prepares us to receive God's blessings as renewed strength, endurance, and victory in every situation. So how can you wait upon the Lord today? Share in the comments, and I would be very happy if you like, share and comment on this video if you found this helpful. I hope so. See you next time, friends.